friends, Matty D here in the Black, helping you achieve emotional and physical well-being. So anyways, it's been a while since I made a fresh video on something related to families and mom and dad, stuff like that. And I'm doing some morning money motivation videos and playlists. You can check out. That's linked below. But today, and those videos are for just in general, because the majority of people don't like Mondays. One. And I don't think Monday's a bad day. It's a good day to start your week, to get excited about, and I feel like it's a good day to give off, some good energy. To I don't say pump you up, but put you in a different frame of mind and get your emotions right so that you can look forward to the week and go out and have a great productive, great productive week and kick some ass. So, with all that being said, today's video is about an article which I came across last week or so. It's a very interesting article. It's on a website called, I'm looking at it right now. The website's called boldanddetermined.com. The link for that is below too. It's definitely a site just for men, to help men step more into their power, be more manly, be more of who they are. However, I'm reading this article up, and you're probably wondering why. Like, what does that do with having issues with your mom, your mom or dad? And this video really is for men and women. I would love for you all to go to the website and tell me what your thoughts are, because the guy has some stuff on there that I do agree with from being a man myself. But there's a lot of things I don't agree with. He's very, very harsh, rash, very harsh, and like, this is the way it should be. This is how it is. Anything else, it's fucked up. It's wrong. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? But how does it relate to what I I don't say vlog or produce videos about? It starts with growing up, and this point goes with both men and women. Especially in today's society, it's also with what's going on in our culture today, at least in America, North America, United States of America. This whole Me Too movement, all the famous men who are getting accused of sexual harassment, rape, all that stuff. And right now, the sentiment of men in this culture is one of hate, disgust, and if you're a good guy who doesn't do anything fucked up wrong, you kind of go, ooh, maybe I should just not talk to women. I mean, there are times when I'm with my female friends and coworkers, and I'm like gonna say something, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm just joking with them, but it's gotten so heated where, yeah, women are empowered, and I'm all for that, but it shouldn't get to the point where, I'm digressing, but I swear it all makes sense. I feel like it's gotten to a point where, instead of this movement doing nothing but helping women and helping to reduce and eventually get rid of sexual harassment, which is totally wrong. You shouldn't violate someone sexually. That's just wrong. I don't know why men think that. And it happens to guys too, which no one ever talks about. But it's doing more harm. It's starting to do more harm because it's scaring off the guys who are like, yo, I'm respectful of women. I love them. They're awesome. They can do what they want. I support them. And I'm starting to feel the heat now. Where I'm like, and I've grown up with this. Like, as guys, we grew up hearing nothing but bad shit about us. How we are fucked up, wrong, disgusting. How we're always turning off women. And you're a guy who's just trying to get a girlfriend and treat her right. It makes it tougher for you. Not to make excuses, but just to, give you a different perspective on the issue, okay? And this is where I gotta be careful. And I'm starting to feel like the heat where I'm like, damn, I've done nothing wrong. But I can feel the tension, and women are like, yeah, fuck man, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn, should I even, be friends with you? It's gotten to the point where I thought that, And, so with that being said, too, going back to my other point, is that when you're first growing up, your parents have the biggest impact in your life, anything else, and from them, whether you're a guy or girl, one or two things, out of all the things, one or two things can happen. You can grow up having a healthy relationship with your mom and your father, and also from there having healthy relationships with other men and women. What's also going to happen, happens a lot, you can have an unhealthy relationship with your mother or father, and then from that can spring the seeds and create you and help you and or cause you to have to not to dislike men or to dislike women. I've seen it on both sides, and I'll tell you this: if you're a woman who hates men, if you're a guy who hates women, I understand where it can come from, but you have to understand that if you are hating a gender, all you are doing is hurting yourself. You may not seem like it now. You may not even realize it. You may think, whatever, I'm not hurting them. It's not hurting me. Whatever, I'm doing me. And yeah, like being angry and holding a grudge against someone doesn't feel bad initially. It feels good to be angry at someone. Say, oh, fuck them, blah, blah. In the beginning, it does. But after a long while, you may not realize it. It starts to hurt you. It doesn't feel good. Like, who the fuck? I mean, honestly, ask yourself, when you came in this world, did you say, yo, I want to be pissed off at someone or entire gender for the rest of my life as long as possible? That sounds awesome. No one fucking says it. No one comes on this planet and goes, you know what, fuck it, I want to be angry at the world forever. Because it's not healthy. We all know that being angry is not exactly the greatest thing to stay in. Anger can be used to help create a new life and bring things that serve you, but it's not the best state to stay in when it's focused on one person or a gender or whatever it is and just hate them for years. It just fucks you up, and you know on some level, okay? So when it comes to your parents have this chance to, I don't know, they have the ability or the influence to get you to if you're a guy, to grow up and be like, if you had a bad relationship with your mother, so there's a possibility, I'm not saying it happens all the time, but there's a possibility where you could grow up hating women. And with women, you have a bad relationship with your dad, you grow up hating men. It happens. And so that's where it stems from. And where this article comes into play, and I like your thoughts on this. If you're a guy watching this, comment below. If you're a woman watching it, let me know what you think. This is something that's important because one day because I'm subscribed to like a couple of emails like, how to, get with women, all those other things. I was like, well, is there anything about like how to get a wife? Because I'm ready to settle down, get married, have a family. That's where I'm at. And you see nothing on there. You have to like search pretty hard. And, this relates to, I feel like, what we talk about, because this guy clearly has very strong opinions about women. Doesn't hate them. But I'm starting to think, I don't know, maybe along the line he has an issue with his mom. Maybe he didn't. I have no idea. But in the articles, a lot of things I don't agree with. Some things I understood. So the article is called How to Pick the Right Wife. And the two reasons he mentions, he says on 2 reasons a man should get married. First one, he wants to start a family. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. The second one is because his career or political ambitions require him to have a wife. And I was like, I don't agree with it, but I understand why I put that down. Because think about it, in politics, whether they're gay or straight, how many of them are single politicians? Unless someone died, how many of them are single politicians campaigning, whatever? No, every politician, for every stupid reason, it's so dumb, they're required to be married. Required. What presidents cheat and the wife stays with them because apparently it's a rule that I learned this years ago that if you're gonna run for president of the United States, you have to be married. I'm like, what? Whatever. So he talks about that. He also talks about the goals of marriage, okay? And he talks about minimize the chance of divorce. I'm like, okay, but then he mentions theft and child robbery, all right? And talks about maximizing the wife's happiness with her wifey motherly duties. And he says it's not about empowerment, or any other word designed to kill the traditional family. He says a woman should be in the marriage should be completely devoted to her family, and true happiness for a woman comes from her family. It does not come from her career or her independence or her sexually liberated point of view. I'm like, that's not true for every woman. And then he says, have a healthy, happy family with well-educated, respectful children, non-sissified sons, and girlish daughters with strong family values. And I'm like, okay. And he also says some men don't want an independent, empowered woman. That's fine, whatever, whatever. I kept reading on. Then he talks about divorce. And then he talks about, really, from here on out, the divorce section, he said in this video, maybe for quite long if you haven't noticed, he talks about how divorce from a guy's perspective is a very bad deal, and I will say I will agree with this. I'll agree with this, and I'll say this too. The way the court system works in the United States is designed to tear families apart, designed to make men and women hate each other. And he says in this case that divorce is theft from the man. It's a I can't say the word, redistribution of wealth from men to women. And I've seen it happen, man. Like, unfortunately, the way it works, if you're a good guy who cares for his children and wants to be there, and the woman and your wife is just mad at you, it's happened to my father. She has the law on her side and make up the dumbest reasons and demand so much more money from you and screw you over. And it's dumb. I've seen it from my father, and I can't say what he was like as a husband, but as a father, he was there for us. He cared for us, wanted to be there for us, all these things. So I'm like, what the fuck? Why is my mom hating him? Because my mom's got issues from way before him and everyone else. And fortunately, if you marry the wrong woman, if you're a guy, and she hates you after that, you're pretty much fucked. Like, there's not much you can do. She can use everything against you, and you're like, that's why my mom, unfortunately, to this day, I say unfortunately because she doesn't need it. She gets half my dad's retirement. She's not broke. She's not disabled. I'm like, the fuck? And she still hates him, by the way. It's like, you have the guy's money. You still hate him? But anyways. So in that article, and he also says no fault divorce really means his fault divorce. And I can see that. I agree with that, And I see it from his point of view how divorce and, really is not, if you're a guy, you're kind of fucked. Let's send a prenup, But even then, that doesn't protect you from everything. But I'll agree with him on that. And what was I going to say? But and then I will say this though. The other side of this is that what I have seen the other side with women is a woman is really good and is there for her children, and the guy wants to be a douchebag. Somehow, some way, she gets fucked over, has a hard time with child support. He gets away with so much shit and goes all in his life. So the funny thing is, you don't hear much about that. Maybe you do, but I haven't heard much about it. But what you hear about is men going to divorce court, getting fucked over, and then they're trying to be there for kids, whatever. But what it comes down to is this: what comes down to is this: if you're going to court, and an attorney is going to divorce court and all that stuff, whoever the good person is, man or woman, gets fucked over. Whoever's the asshole in that relationship, man or woman, gets away with murder. It's stupid. Here's a true fact. In the state of Maryland, okay? State of Maryland, at least. If you're fighting for custody of your children and you all were never married or were married, if the guy killed someone or even raped, they still get visitation rights. I'm like, what? And child support, in the state of Maryland will put you in jail, but it's crazy how a guy can be an asshole, fuck over his kids, and still get away with shit. And the woman's like, what the hell? But then if the guy wants to be good, a good woman gets fucked over, but then like a guy is good and wants to be his kids, a woman can fuck him over. It's stupid. Like, I'll leave it at that, but there's something to understand and agree with on that, but like I said, divorce, both parties can be screwed over. If one person wants to be a dick, it's like retarded how they're like, oh, you want to be an asshole? Great. We're gonna make sure that happens and you're gonna fuck this person over. But anyways. Then he talks about the ages of when a man should get married, and then also the age that you should marry her. He's saying, for guys, the wild years are in their 20s. Makes sense. And then a good age for guys start wanting to settle down is 30. I hit mine about 28. 27 is when I was like, yeah, I want to settle down with someone. I was like, wow, I thought I was going to hit was 30. Then I got my 30s, I'm like, I really want to be married. So, then he also says that with a woman, this is where I completely fucking disagree. I think it's bullshit. He's saying that if you're a dude trying to find a wife, the oldest she should be is 30. And I'm like, what? Max, and he's saying that 25 is better, 20 is the best age. I'm like, dude, I'm 32. I'm trying to be with a fucking 20-year-old woman. Like, there's a difference in generation and energy and all stuff. And I'm like, fuck that shit. I don't know what the hell. Then he also goes on to say that women's body does not age well. Okay, and he's saying that you want the most amount of years with your wife having a tight, young, firm body. And after 30, it goes down fast. And then around 31 goes down really quickly. And I'm like, and then he says men, He said women don't age well, and that men actually age better. I think he says so in here, and and then I'm like, really, bro? And what does he also say? He said women do not age well. Cougars, older women that younger men find irresistible are an invention of the movies. Single women over the age of 30 have wasted all their pretty years having a lot of random sex, and now they want to find a sucker who will take care of them without having to give him any of her good years. Don't be that sucker. Naya says a young body is essential for important for bearing children. All women cannot have and do not have healthy children. At 30 years of age, a woman is already 15 years past her childbearing prime, which I don't agree with, and I think it's also not true because you have women in their late 30s and early 40s having kids and they're healthy. So that, in my opinion, is bullshit. Then he says, there's a comment that says, but I like talking to smart women. 20-year-olds are stupid. Then he says, her IQ won't grow much with age. A dumb 20-year-old is a dumb 30-year-old. The difference is that the 30-year-old dumb woman is a lot more bitter, has a whole lot less to offer. I'm like, dude, this guy must, I don't know if he hates women, but there's some very conservative views here. Then he says she used to come from an intact family with the original mother and father, which is kind of hard these days because divorce is so common, so I don't agree with that shit. One thing he says, she can't believe in divorce or even imagine getting divorced. I feel like that goes for the guy too. I don't know. Like that one kind of like, if it doesn't work, I mean, you have to kind of come to the conclusion that it doesn't work. You know, he does say, you know, to make a marriage work, both the man and wife must think a divorce is no option at all. I understand the reasoning. I don't agree with that one. She must have the natural body type you prefer. As a guy, you do need the physical attraction there. I understand that, and you know, people gain weight, but for me, it's like, you know, my body's not gonna stay the same, so I at least want us to be on the track of let's keep our health in tip top shape throughout the rest of our lives. That's important. Yeah, he says that she must be image conscious, which is interesting. She must be family oriented and not career oriented. I'm like, okay, I get it. You know. Then he said, yeah, he goes on some other stuff. She must be a good girl. She cannot be a drinker or smoker or have any tattoos. The fuck? Tattoos, really? She's gonna have a party girl past, a sordid past, and she cannot have gone out more than a couple times drinking. You cannot turn a whore into a housewife. The more sexual partners she's had, the more likely the marriage is going to divorce. And then, are you saying all party girl smokers or drinkers are sluts? Yes. Wow. I do not agree with that shit at all. And then the one thing I don't agree with in here is that she should change herself for you. Nope. I don't agree with that shit. That's bull. Because if you're going to make a marriage work, like, you both have to work together. Like, change happens. Wow. Yeah, also, I'm skimming this. We can read it here. She should not have any children for a previous affair. He says, in the animal kingdom, when a lion takes over our pride, he kills the cubs of other lions. True, we're not fucking lions. He says, raising someone's child is cuckoldry with your full knowledge and consent. He says, if you raise someone else's child, you'll be taking care of another man's seedling, and there will always be another man in the picture. I don't agree with all. I think it's called bullshit. And he's basically saying that, like, if you're taking care of a woman or kids from another guy, you're a fucking idiot and you're a sucker. And I'm like, dude, like, there are successful step families. My dad's been married more than once, and he's taking care of other kids. It's just that, like, the woman he married didn't want to work with him on that. But he could work, you know? I believe life holds infinite possibilities, infinite promises. And if you feel like it has to be like this, then you're right. If your life can be a whole bunch of options that you meet that are waiting to be experienced and discovered, it can be like that too. But this shit was like, damn. So anyways, I'm not gonna go on with the rest of this, but it's kind of a long one. But you know, the whole, like, because I was engaged once and I was going to be a stepfather, I was excited about it, and it was like, and you know, that opportunity ended. But I'm like, dude, just because she has children from the marriage doesn't mean that she's any less valuable than a woman who's never had kids. Like, that's just fucked up. Like, this article is, some things I agree with, the majority of it I don't. It's very judgmental and very wrong. So I want to put this out there because it relates to what I talk about, you know. And I feel like this guy, At one point had issues with women. Maybe he still does. I don't know. Maybe he, I don't know what kind of childhood he had with his mom, but damn. But shit like this for men can really, I think, fuck you over as a guy. Because times change, man. You can't be going at it, you can't be going at, 2018, 2019, 2020 with the views and ideals from shit that happened, like, that worked in, like, the 40s and 50s. And then things change, people change, you know. Yeah, you could probably find someone with the same views as you, but the majority of people, things move on. Humans expand, we do different things, and for whatever reason, some people think, oh, this is wrong, this down is killing us. I'm like, no, fuck, it's not, man. You know what really kills people? Disease and war. That's what kills people. Disease and war kill people. And fighting over religious beliefs, which I guess would be under war. Disease and war kill people. And famine. You know. That's what really hurts people. Really hurts societies. That's what breaks people up. And then under that, you can put down racism, sexism, and everything else. Things that keep us divided, things that keep us fighting, things that make us sick. That's what really hurts human species. That's what really hurts us. Not this shit where it's like, oh, it's a sissified boy, it's a tomboy's woman. It's like, dude, that's how the person is, how the fuck they are. You can't do anything to change that shit. Like, that's who they fucking are. Nothing wrong or right about it. And like, if a guy wants to dress as a woman, has no impact in my life. A woman's dressed like a guy, like, this is, it's not hurting anyone. It's just bullshit things that we're taught to keep us divided from really come together and change the plan for better. But anyways, I'm done. Long video. Appreciate you if you watched all the way through. Do please comment on this. I would love to know your thoughts on this. If you think this is bullshit, if you agree with it. My final opinion on this article, for me, there's some things I agree with, like only like a couple. But for the most part, I feel like this article is very judgmental and just bullshit, in my opinion. You know. I'm checking out this guy's site. There's some things I'll take as far as health wise goes, but beyond that, I'm like, yo, what the fuck, son? Like, I'm reading this and I'm like, most women aren't gonna act like that. Like, that's not the way it works. You know, that's been my experience, but whatever. So, it's my 2 cents on it. Read it, go over it, comment below, and your thoughts. Love y'all. Like, please share the video if you want, and subscribe to my channel, and click the little bell button so you get notified every time I upload a video. You can see my sexy face. Sexy face, yeah. My sexy face. I'm done. I'm not doing that again. Anyways, love ya. Get in the black. Peace.